Hello, I'm Ray Allen Philip Ramos.
Ten years later.
Sabi po nila, the first million is often the hardest. After 6 years in the stock market, from 2017 to 2023, I finally reached my first million pesos. In this video, wala pong halong pambobola. You can expect a realistic journey of saving and investing in the stock market. Sa story ko pong ito, merong 80% gains, pero meron ding 50% losses. And that's not even the worst example. And because I respect your time, hindi ko po sasayangin ang oras nyo talking about get-rich-quick schemes or mga shortcut sa pagpapayaman. Let's be real, getting rich is simple, but it's not easy. Speaking of simple things, let's begin by looking at my portfolio's balance year per year. Starting from 2017, ito po ang complete history of my portfolio year after year until the end of August 2024. You will notice the ups and downs, pero the general trend is going up. May 3 C's na nag-contribute sa trend na ito. First C, dahil consistent ako maglagay ng deposits to increase my buying power, mas marami akong opportunity to buy some stock positions. Second C is cash dividends. Yung mga regular viewers po natin at subscribers, alam na nila to. I love passive income, especially cash dividends from REITs. Malapit na namang matapos ang taon, so kung interested kayong makita ang breakdown ko of my monthly dividends in 2024, please consider subscribing. Last but definitely not the least, capital appreciation is the main contributor in my portfolio's growth. May system na po tayo kung paano ako mag-buy and sell ng stocks at ginawan ko ng video yan a few years ago, pero I might update that kasi nandito na ako sa Australia and nagbago na yung situation ko. I'll be putting some timestamps at the bottom, so kung gusto nyo po mag-skip ahead to certain years, you can, pero I'm hoping na panoorin nyo yung lahat, yung buong video to help you understand my roller coaster story. Also, kung naghahanap ka ng tips about what stocks to buy, pasensya na po, uunahan na kita. Walang ganong discussion dito. Iba-iba tayo ng risk tolerance at investment goals. Kaya hindi ako nagbibigay ng ganyang stock tips kahit kanino. I don't give stock tips to my subscribers, alam nila yan. Hindi rin ako nagbibigay ng stock tips kahit sa mga close friends at family na nag-i-inquire kung ano ba dapat yung bilhin nilang stock na lilipad. So, what can you expect from this vlog? As of 2024, my net worth in stocks ay more than 1 million pesos and i-breakdown ko po kung paano tayo nakarating dyan at kung saan nakalagay. Saan nakalagay as in literal na 2 different countries po yung mga positions ko, mga stockbroker accounts, and I will also reveal individual stock positions and trades that I did in the past. Medyo matagal ko rin pinag-isipan kung safe ba i-share publicly ang ganito kalaking financial milestone. So definitely may mga taong mas malaki ang net worth kaysa sa akin, di ba? Compared dito sa aking financial milestone. So I ask myself if I have the K, the karapatan, or the C, the credibility kung pwede kong i-share yung journey ko sa inyo. Pero actually, that's not the reason kung bakit nagdadalawang isip ako maging transparent and give you actual values. Mas natatakot po akong i-share ito kasi my portfolio doesn't have the best performance. Kumbaga, kung naghahanap ka ng motivation or inspiration for working out, maniniwala ka ba sa taong average lang yung katawan, average lang yung physique, over someone na sobrang gayot, sobrang laki ng muscles, someone who looks like they know what they're doing? Kasi guys, I'm just a random person on the internet, so yung mga pinagsasabi ko dito, please take it with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing my journey with you. Sana makatulong. Pero since survivorship bias is a real thing, ultimately I decided na sana may matulungan ako sa pagiging transparent in my journey, kahit may losses ako. So, if you appreciate this content, please comment a gift emoji para malaman ko kung natutulungan ko kayo kahit konti. So, college pa lang ako, interested na ako sa stock market and how it's underappreciated and underutilized in the Philippines. Syempre, wala pa tayong sariling pera noon, pero nakaka-inspire yung mga channels na nag-share ng journey nila. Iba-iba yung situations, backgrounds, and even countries, pero one thing always stood out to me. Lahat sila ay nag-wish that they started much earlier. So, ang sabi ko, as soon as I save enough money, mag-open ako ng stock market account. That was my goal in college. Noong September 2015, nag-inquire ako sa Call Financial kung pwede mag-open ng account kahit student pa lang. They said yes, pero hindi pa talaga ako nag-open kasi nga wala naman akong pera, wala naman akong ipon.
Akala mo lang meron, pero wala!
I graduated in 2016, studied for the ECE board exam for 6 months, passed the boards, tumambay saglit, then got accepted for my first job offer. After 4 months, I quit that job, or rather, I quit my manager, tumambay ulit ng ilang buwan, then got accepted into my second job. Fast forward tayo sa 2017. I finally opened my first investment account with Call Financial in August of 2017. Hindi ko na po kayo ibabore with the individual trades during that year kasi ang focus ko ay yung mga learnings and biggest stories for the year. So as the years go by, nagiging increasingly frustrating gamitin ang Call website. Sa mga regular na nanonood ng updates ko, baka napapansin nyo na I always shit on Call. Pero honestly, I think this frustration is not misplaced naman. Kasi pera ko naman yan, di ba? Also, by voicing out my frustrations, sana ma-realize nyo guys na walang nagsasabi sa akin to promote this or promote that. This is all my personal experience and kung may matulungan lang ako kahit isang tao, fulfilled na po ako. So by the end of 2017, my portfolio's value was 29,207 pesos. Maliit man yan, the good news guys is it will only go up from here. In 2018, nothing much happened. I just kept adding buying power kapag sinisipag, which actually is not a good practice. Pero in my defense, remember guys na nasa early stage pa lang ako of my career, so tinatry ko pa rin i-enjoy yung sweldo ko.
Just give me my money.
And then saving and investing kapag may extra. Of course, nagbago na ang mindset natin thankfully. Instead na income minus expenses equals savings, binaliktad na natin yan into income minus savings equals expenses. Which means, unahin muna natin ang savings and investments, tapos kung ano yung matira, yun po ang hahatiin natin sa mga expenses. This is what we mean when we say living below your means. Gayunpaman, I was able to increase my portfolio's value to 83,213 pesos by the end of 2018. Sa 2019 ko po, first time na experience ang real losses. Remember that my opening value for this year was 83,000 pesos. By the end of 2019, kahit nagde-deposit po ako ng 20,000 pesos throughout the year, lumagapak ang value ng portfolio ko by negative 44,925 pesos. Yan yung natalo ko this year. This is mainly because of two stocks na FOMO ako at sumakay sa hype. First is Now, 68% loss. Second stock is PXP, 42% loss naman dito. Ito yung two of the most hyped stocks during that year and natalo ang lolo nyo. Hindi pa ako marunong mag-cut loss strategy noon. And ito lang guys, if you are in a similar situation na lampas 50% na ang paper loss nyo, dapat sigurong i-take nyo na ito as a sign to reconsider your position. Syempre, hindi ko masasagot yan for you. Hindi ko sasabihin na ibenta nyo or hawakan nyo pa rin. But make sure that whatever you're doing is still aligned with your game plan. Yung 44,000 na loss is still paper loss lang or hindi pa realistic loss, realized loss, I mean. Pero still, I was down by a lot at ang final value po ay 73,602 pesos by December of 2019. 2020 is the year when I really got serious with this investing thingy. Noong pandemic, dahil naghahanap ako ng other ways to kill time habang nasa ECQ, MCQ, etc., I opened a second Call Financial account and tried a new side hustle at inoffer ko po ito sa close friends and family and some office mates ko. Tinry kong maging fund manager. My package was 6% for 3 months, no questions asked. Basically, parang umutang ako sa kanila, fixed duration and fixed interest. Yung mindset ko kasi during that time was to expose myself to quick, short-term pain, yun yung 6% interest na ibibigay ko sa kanila, in preparation for a bigger but delayed gratification.
Paano masabi?
Let me explain that second part. Yung plano ko po for this account was to turn it into a dividend investing portfolio by buying REITs. REITs are medium-term investment assets, so definitely walang guarantee na may capital appreciation in just 3 months o yung duration ng package ko, let alone yung 6% interest. In short, alam ko matatalo ako within the span of 3 months, pero dahil hahawakan ko siya ng long term, doon ako babawi. In retrospect, I think I was overestimating my trading abilities. May tawag dito guys, Dunning-Kruger effect. Ito yung tendency ng mga tao to feel overconfident when trying something new kahit na sobrang limited pa lang naman ang knowledge nila. Ito rin yung tendency ng mga tao na maging instant expert sa isang field na hindi naman sila credible at all. That's one of the biggest disadvantages of social media. Nagkaroon ng platform ang mga taong hindi naman qualified to speak. Tapos pag kinorek natin using facts, they will gaslight you. Sila pa ang galit, sila pa ang toxic. Going back to the Dunning-Kruger curve, I think I hit the bottom already. Right at this part, I'm smarter than before, pero lumagapak na ang confidence level ko, which actually is a good thing in the long term. Hindi pwedeng YOLO-YOLO lang palagi. Hindi sikreto guys na hindi conducive ang Call Financial for traders. In my 4 years and counting with Call, ang advice ko ay kung gagamitin mo lang siya for long-term investing, then it's enough. Basically, investing, pwede na. Sa day trading, look for another broker. And so that's exactly what I did. After some research, I opened an account with AAA Equities in November of 2020. Not saying it's the best one for day trading, siya lang yung nag-iwan ng best impression sa akin due to its automatic TP and automatic SL features. TP means take profit, SL means stop loss. So by the end of 2020 po, ang total value ng portfolio ko was 369,404 pesos. 2021 was a good year, really good year actually for me. I was able to develop and maintain a habit of adding buying power each month kahit wala naman akong planong bilhin. The most important thing for me was may cash dapat ako to buy a position when the opportunity presents itself. Yeah, mahalaga po mag-aral ng fundamentals, technicals, pero baliwala lahat yan kung wala ka namang cash. Sabi nga nila, cash is king. To summarize, nag-deposit po ako ng 14,000 pesos cash per month in Call Financial from January to November. Tapos nung December, clinose ko na po yung second call account ko for my fund manager side hustle kasi malapit na rin akong umalis papuntang Australia dito. So I wanted to consolidate my positions and keep the number of accounts to a minimum para minimum din ang maintenance on my part. From that second call account, I was able to transfer 107,000 pesos in cash, and not only that, transfer ko rin yung stock positions ko without having to sell them. Kung hindi pa po kayo familiar, merong two ways to transfer stock ownership. Kung internal transfer lang, meaning from one call account to another call account, which is what I did in my case, mabilis lang yung process. You just need to fill out the form for stock transfer. Kung external transfer naman, na ginawa ko rin in the past, specifically moving my REITs from Call Financial to AAA Equities, syempre you need to inform the receiving broker. May konting fee per stock na ito-transfer mo, but that's negligible naman compared kung ililiquidate mo pa yung positions mo and transfer ka ng cash instead. Some notable trades in 2021, my biggest wins was ASEN 80%, Converge 72%, AP 38%. Sa losses side naman, dito, negative 16% loss, Pure Gold, negative 21% loss, and RRHI, negative 11% loss. Lahat yan and yung other trades ay nag-contribute po for a final value of 759,918 pesos for 2021. Okay, next year, remember the fund manager side hustle na ginawa ko? Bale, after almost 2 years, tinigil ko na po ito kasi nga we're preparing to move to Australia. To summarize that quick stint, I was able to convince 8 people to trust me and invest their money. Tapos ang total na na-invest ko po ay 127,500 pesos. And its value before I closed the account was 149,065 pesos, which is about 16 to 17% gain in less than 2 years. Hindi na masama, di ba? Actually, hindi yan ang highest paper gain achieved. Do you see this part, guys? Yan, dyan ang pinakamataas. That happened in October 2021 and umabot ang gain na ito to 42% gain. This is a combination of some fundamental analysis, some technical analysis, and syempre, luck. Swerte lang yan, sa totoo lang. In Mark Cuban's words, everyone is a genius in a bull market. So, bakit bumagsak after October 2021? At this stage, guys, hindi ko pa binibilang ang account na ito towards my net worth in stocks. So, galing sa 42% portfolio gain, I decided to reward myself. Yung justification that I made during that period was, hindi ko naman to kukunin sa savings ko, saka na-meet ko naman ang financial obligations ko month after month, so baka pwede ako mag-reward ng konti. Walang problema na i-pamper natin ang sarili natin. It's called delayed gratification, not no gratification. Also, March 2022 was the last time I added funds to my accounts in the Philippines. After po namin makalipat, hindi na ako ulit nagdagdag sa mga Philippine accounts ko. Whatever amount was in my 2 accounts, Call saka AAA, papaikutin ko na lang yan. And then after moving po sa Brisbane, one of my first priorities was to open a local stock market account. Within 2 months of moving here to the land down under, nakapag-open na ako agad ng account with stake and bought my first investment. Maraming stockbrokers na available dito, so let me know if you want a separate video discussing the pros and cons of these brokers and kung bakit stake ang napili ko. Okay, biggest wins and losses. AP, 42%. RCR, 29%. Meralco, 26%. Losses naman, PNX3B, negative 33%. Babalikan ko ito later in the next section. Next loss was ALLHC, negative 20%, and FCG, negative 33%. By the end po of 2022, ang total portfolio value was 964,078 pesos. Konting kembot na lang, 1 milyon na. Dahil sobrang stagnant at boring ng PSEI in 2023, konti lang yung opportunities na nakita ko noon. 11 trades lang po actually yung ginawa natin. 3 buys and 8 sell trades. Remember my loss last year na PNX 3B na negative 33%? Actually, hindi ko po binenta lahat yan kasi I let my emotions get the better of me. Umaasa pa rin ako na sana aakyat siya, hindi ganito kalaki yung loss ko, makakabawi pa. Pero hindi nangyari yun. In the end, I had to sell PNX 3B in 2 more tranches. 50% loss and 75% loss. For the record guys, wala akong sinisisi kundi ang sarili ko lang. I should have been better at cutting losses without mercy. Yun yung bottom line. In terms of gain naman, hindi na masama. Pero hindi pa rin niya ma-offset yung loss ko in PNX 3B. BDO, 18%. EP, 10% gain. So, what's the final portfolio value? Before showing you the breakdown, 2023 po was the specific year I crossed the 1 million peso mark. Unahin muna natin accounts ko sa Pilipinas. For AAA equities, bumagsak po from 629,000 to 531,000. For call naman, 275,000 to 276,000. Konting-konti lang ang tinaas, negligible in fact. If you add these two values, ang sum nila ay 807,813 pesos. So, kulang pa ng 200,000. Dito po papasok yung account ko dito sa Australia. By the end of 2023, umabot na sa 6,319 AUD or 240,122 pesos. And guys, the best part of this, never pa po ako nagbenta. Lahat to paper gain. Ang strategy ko lang po dito sa Australian stock market is to save $80 each week. Tapos pag umabot na ng $500, bibili lang ako ng stock on the following Monday. No complicated strategies. Walang sell. Lahat ay buy, buy, buy. Kaya kung naghahanap po kayo ng simpleng investment strategy, this is it. Just Google dollar cost averaging para mas magets nyo. Pag in-apply natin sa Pilipinas, syempre ang tawag natin ay peso cost averaging. To summarize 2023, I crossed the 1 million peso mark and my portfolio's value was 1,047,935 pesos. It took me 6 years of saving and investing to reach my first million pesos in the stock market. Ilang years kaya to get to 2 million? Wala namang major difference in terms of strategy ang 2024 sa 2023. Dahil naging habit ko na mag-save ng $80 every week, tinuloy ko lang po yun. Sa Pinas naman, as mentioned earlier, hindi na ako nagde-deposit ng cash. Pinapaikot ko na lang yun nandun. For the notable trades, nothing shiny or extra bad moves this year. JFC, 23% gain. SLF, 6% gain. SCC, negative 8% loss. EEI, negative 6% loss. As of the end of August, nakabawi na po ng konti yung Philippine accounts ko. AAA bounced from 531,000 to 598,000. Ang Call Financial naman, 276,000 to 294,000. And finally, my account here in stake in Australia grew from 6,319 AUD or 240,000 pesos to 11,639 AUD or 442,000 pesos. So pag inad natin lahat yan, my stock market portfolio's value is 1,335,385 pesos. In just 8 months, my portfolio grew by 27%. Kung i-compare natin yan sa 6 years it took for me to reach 1 million pesos, maybe ma-achieve ko na yung 2 million pesos in the next 2 or 3 years. If you wanna be here when that happens, consider subscribing. Reminder lang po ulit na kung nakatulong ako sa inyo kahit konti, libre lang mag-comment ng gift emoji. Pero remember guys, money is not the goal. Money is just a tool. Freedom is the goal. See you on the next one. Bye!